Hey everyone, it's Jody here, your Wednesday host for FTRealM, and this week's topic is how to come out to a new friend or a new dating interest relationship on your trans status. Um, I looked at it as from the friend perspective since all of my friends knew me before I transitioned. Um, I looked out on what I would do if I met somebody new that I was really getting close with. And what I would do is wouldn't go past 3 months, but I would probably do this within the first month because I'd want them to know me, on that personal level right away. And how I would go about that is I would ask them like their knowledge on the LGBT community, specifically later on the trans community, and um, depending on how those conversations go, make that decision to take that next step and asking them how they feel about if one of their current friends or maybe family members came out as being trans and how they would react to that, and then make that decision to come out to them at that point after those types of conversations. Now in relationship interests, dating interests, and the person has no idea, my best advice is to tell them right away when it goes past a certain level, and you'll know when it's gone past that point where you should tell them. In my current relationship, we first met at a birthday dinner, and I did not tell her at that time because I wasn't expecting ever really to see her again. We ended up running into each other a couple weeks later, and we added each other on Facebook, so it wasn't a big deal at the time. And then when it got to that next level of physicalness, such as like kissing, I stopped actually in the middle of kissing her and having a conversation with her about my trans status and what that all entailed on where I was at currently. And then we hung out for a couple more months before I made the decision to start dating her. But obviously, she was fine with it. We've had good conversations about it. And within the couple of months after I told her, before we started officially dating, she's asked me some questions about my transition and hormones and stuff like that. So it's no big deal to her. Before her, though, I was talking to a male individual, and he had an interest in me after him and his boyfriend broke up, and it got really super quick within a couple of days. And I was just expecting maybe to hang out, get to know him a little bit more, and him get to know me a little bit more, but that was not the case. And so once it started going beyond just regular hanging out and flirtiness in conversations, and started sexual talk and physicalness there, I immediately told him. I tried to do it in person, and he didn't show up. I tried to get him to call me when he was available. That didn't work. And so I texted him. I would always try to do it I was trying to do it in a private location where we could just sit and talk face to face, but obviously that didn't happen. So, texting is always a good way, and that unfortunately didn't work out. And we're still cordial with each other when we see each other, but we really don't cross paths that often. So that's all anyone could ever ask for in that type of a situation. And so that is my best advice. The reason why I would recommend telling an individual interest on your trans status early on would be is you don't want them to feel like you have deceived them in any way. And I know that nobody would ever do that, but that's how they could feel. And to minimize that type of a feeling, telling them as soon as you know, or as soon as you get the feeling that there's another level of interest going on outside of a friendship, it's always best to tell them. So then that way the air is clear and everyone can kind of make their own decisions, reflect on things, and see where it's going to go. All right? Well, I hope everyone has a good rest of your week, and I will see you next week. If you guys have any questions, comments, below. Go ahead and leave them below. I'd love to see them, hear about them, and respond to them. And I will catch you guys next week. All right? And I'm sure the guys have some really good advice for you guys as well going forward to the rest of the week. All right? Bye.